All right, welcome into the Michigan Speedway here. Apologies for obviously a little bit of a later start on my end. Unfortunately, the other race went a little long. So, we're here though at the Michigan Speedway for lap number 20 here of this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. We welcome you in. I am the captain here on the Captain Esports Network. We are going to make sure that you guys get this whole entire broadcast tonight and go from there. So obviously we'll replay the first part of this race that you guys have missed so far, but we will get it for you on the broadcast right now. But as you see, Dylan REID right now leading. Dylan started all the way in the 18th position, and he leads this race. Adam Brady second right now. Brandon Sheets in third. Landon Quisenberry, Brandon Ayers, your top five right now. Let's get you car audio and stuff out here on the track. See the pace car lights are off on this pace car, and you see the Rowdy Energy number 39 Toyota coming to the green flag with Brady there in the second position. And I do want to mention, I know it's at the first lap of the race, but we do want to get them to mention tonight, of course, as the green comes out. Dalton kind of jumps out of line there with the 75, but of course this is lap number 20 and the restart of this race, which of course presented by Sim Speed Shop, specializing in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shop manufactures sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. SimSpeedShop.com. The 39 is shot out to a pretty big size lead right now. 0.8 of a second as the battle's on for the second spot, as Ayers underneath the 77. Dylan REID having some blinking issues already as he's pulled away to a second lead as the fight continues here. Brandon Sheets there in that fourth position with Quisenberry and a couple cars jumping out of line. Getting a little out of shape back there. Take a look at the weather for this race. 79 degrees right now, 120 down on the track. 53% humidity and wind coming from the north at 2 miles an hour. Of course, the weather brought to you by Lottie's TravelWorld.com. And of course, the Gridfinder Michigan 170 here for 65 laps tonight, which actually comes out to 130 miles in this race. So REID, 2.8 seconds. He is gone right now from the pole sitter, Adam Brady. You see the draft playing a role here. The 72 of Brandon Sheets. Joe Owen there in the 101 car up to the 5th spot alongside Landon Quisenberry, as you see the pack of cars racing around this 2-mile oval banked at 18 degrees in the corners. And of course, the bottom lane is actually a lot less banked than the main corners. Look at the 101 jump to the bottom. Joe Owen going to take advantage. Superman goes flying to the inside in the AC Delco car. Ooh, almost some netcode contact there with Dalton. And the 8 car back there, Jimmy Weaver. Get a tight racing here, Ira Kohlhaas. And he's leaning all over him. CAMERON HEARN also a part of that, as that, I believe, was the competition caution, by the way. And CAMERON HEARN had to start tail end Charlie on the field. And CAMERON is up to the 5th position now in this race. You see the 5 right there with him of Murata. Oh, Hearn gets way loose there off turn 4, still fighting her. And now caution is out. Trouble on the track. At lap 25. And this is competition caution right here. So this is where Cameron Hearn will actually go to the back of the field. And here come the leaders to pit road. So what's going to happen is after this broadcast tonight, I am going to get the full replay from another driver, and I will definitely make sure that the first 20 laps of this race get broadcasted on my end, and we'll definitely get everybody taken care of. And I apologize to the league, obviously, and to the viewers and stuff. You guys obviously are owed a full broadcast and stuff, and I'm a fair man. And admit fault when it's on my end. It's part of, as we talked about, some bugs, unfortunately, with doing 2 broadcasts in one night. We're trying to work it out still amongst the leagues involved and stuff, and we're going to get it taken care of, though. We appreciate, though, what Anthony and the guys from the league do to help us out there as pit stops happen. Dylan Reed going to win the race off pit road. We got a couple cars that have stayed out. Ira Kohlhaas and David Dunwoody staying out there on pit road. Now, let's real quickly award the pole award tonight. Adam Brady won the pole for the Put a Cap on That pole award. I know that's not Adam's car, but Adam did win the pole tonight. Congratulations to him, his first pole of the season here in race number 2. And the Put a Cap on That pole award to Adam Brady this evening there in the 77 car. All right, we're going to step away a quick second just to get my wits about me here and get everything ready fully, make sure everything's good to go as you're watching the Gridfinder Xfinity Series from LSRL here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Back we are here at the virtual Michigan Speedway on the Captain Esports Network. We appreciate you joining us here this evening as we get ready to come back to the green flag of this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. Ira Kohlhaas, David Dunwoody, they stayed out on this caution. And we'll take the green flag 1 and 2. Adam Brady, Joe Owen, Cameron Hearn, your top 5. As here we go, back to racing, lap 28. Let's see how quick these French tires go to work. You see Dunwoody's already fallen back to the 4th position. 46 getting shuffled 3 wide. You see the 101 of Owen kicked to the bottom along with the 77 of Brady. Tough racing here so far. Of course, these cars very aerodynamically different than what you're going to see tomorrow night in the Wilder Graphics Cup Series, the next-gen cars, as we ride on board with the 51 of Ayers. Speeds of almost 190 miles an hour, if not more. As a matter of fact, how about that more button? 191 down to turn 3 and 4. Thanks to our good friends at Track Cams 4 Gourmet, of course, helping us out with cameras tonight here at the virtual Michigan Speedway. Your first chance to see them here as part of the Lite Speed Racing League. Oh, into the wall goes the 51. He jumps to the bottom. As Dalton's going to go by, he's going to bring Quisenberry with him. Obviously, one driver we do not see tonight is Justin Wilson, of course, finished second in the race last week to Cameron Hearn. Not here this evening, so going to unfortunately fall a little bit in the point standings here early. Speaking of Cameron Hearn, there he is, the Blippy car, running the paint for his young one once again. And he runs in the 3rd position right here behind Adam Brady, who comes up on the back of Kohlhaas in the 29. 70% fuel in these cars. And Hearn gonna get blocked there by the 77 defensive move there. I got choked up there for a quick second. As you see the Brady car go to the front, you're going to bring Hearn there with him. Kohlhaas the 3rd now, as Dalton continues to move up here through the field. Dunwoody's fallen all the way back to the 10th position along with Joe Owen in that 101 car, so he's fallen back a little bit. Anthony McInTURFF there in the 64. Chris Hahn, I should say, in the 14th position there. Here's McIntyre in the 64, right behind the old Tweety Bird. The partly cloudy skies there. You see one car diving to his inside. That's Murata in the 5. Gets out of the gas and there you see the Wilder Graphics number 5 go on by. Going to bring the 68 there with him. Also for position. Brady continuing to lead with Cameron Hearn right there behind him. Dalton, Quisenberry, and Kohlhaas. Dalton doing a great job. The Virginia driver in the 3rd position. They're chasing down to 15. Taking on the guy that led at the caution there a minute ago, Dylan Reed, still having some blinking issues, but he is up here in the 9th position. He took off from the field a few minutes ago in that last run. Right now is going to pass Bergani for the 9th position, now working the high side of Brandon Ayers. Brady running at bottom. Oh, little side draft there almost. new names tonight that I'm getting used to. Here's a 52. It's green, black, and white, number 52, Johnny Rapp. Johnny, the Turtle Beach, number 52. They're working behind the 72 of Brandon Sheets. Going to work by Ira Kohlhaas himself for position. As we watch the battle for the lead, Hearn underneath the 77. Great battling everywhere around the track. MCINTURFF off the pace there as you see Hahn go by. The 11 goes by. There's Giuliano, the boss man, as I like to call the owners of the league. There he is in that Monster Energy number 17. Had a terrible run at Nashville. A little bit of damage on that right rear. Otherwise, he is doing a pretty solid job coming back through the field. Up to 17th right now. So Cameron Hearn back to the front. Adam Brady second. Now Dalton going to look underneath the 77 for P2. Ooh, Dalton kind of sliding up a little bit. Dalton had a tough run last week in the virtual Nashville race. He ran up front most of the race and unfortunately got involved in an accident there towards the end and ended his night pretty early. Appreciate the viewers watching this evening here on the Captain Esports Network. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, please. Tomorrow night we'll be here live, actually, for the Wilder Graphics Cup Series with the next-gen car at the virtual Michigan Speedway. We'll have it for you here at 8:15. We'll go on the air live, and as I mentioned, this is the Gridfinder Xfinity Series. And Gridfinder, of course, is the home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. From 1,000 leagues of racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, of course, ACC, R-Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. You can look for a commentator or a streamer for your racing broadcast or even design your next livery. Gridfinder has all the talent in one place for you. If you run a sim racing league, you can make sure you upload to your community to Gridfinder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, it's easy, and it is free. That's the best part. You can go to Gridfinder to find your place on the grid. So Dalton about 0.7 of a second back right now. 23 laps to go this time by. Biggest movers in this race. How about Cameron? Up some 25 positions to P1 after starting 26. You see Dylan Reed shooting the gap up the middle there in that 39 car, I believe that was. Now Dylan actually is a lap down now in the 23rd position, so I'm not sure if the blinking cost him a lap or if he came to pit road. From what I'm seeing, he just came to pit road actually, so the 39 is on fresh tires there. Bragani up 13 and MCINTURFF up 12 right now in the 13th position. So we do got some pit stops happening as Johnny Rapp is on pit road now in the 52 car. There's Johnny. Oh, Johnny accidentally overrunning his pit stall. Four tires and fuel. You see also the Brandon Ayers car on pit road, and he's getting some heavy damage fixed on that car. As the fresher tires work their way up past Cameron Hearn, who now has a second lead. As Quisenberry comes to pit road, Adam Brady also in. Plus the 72 of Sheets. Green flag pit stops, lap 45. Saw the 75 kind of overshoot his pit stall, so did the 72. Four tires and fuel for everyone. And now Dalton to pit road. So here comes the first of the top five in. Second place, Jason Dalton, having another great run tonight. Oh, he way gets into his pit stall deep there, and that's going to hurt him. Got to be precise on pit road, unfortunately. Tires and fuel. You see Joe Owen, the 101 pulls away, and there's Dalton leaving. So Dalton's going to lose a lot of spots after that pit stop, which was a 14.1. Not counting the overshoot of the pits. And here comes your leader, Cameron Hearn. And he undershoots his pit stall. There's something I never say often. So that hands the lead to the Lamborghini of Andy Bergani. Nothing wrong with being creative with a car, I guess, right? Here's Murata on pit road, the Wilder Graphics number 5, running in the 6th position right now. Murata 14 flat on his pit stop, and now the 94 Robbie Buckner and Mark Brenkamp on pit road. Briganti's still out there leading. Leonard Frost and Harold Darnath up in the top 3 right now. So Buckner leaving his pit stall. There's Harold, the One to Go Studios Chevrolet, out here running 3rd. Harold enjoying his racing time. Didn't have the best of races last week, as he admitted, but it's cool to watch him out there on the racetrack. It's always cool once you get to know somebody off the track a little bit, like I've gotten to know Harold. He's been a ton of help to me, of course, in the broadcasting booth when it comes to the graphics and things like that. And it's definitely one guy that I will say that, yes, I will cheer for on the track, even though I know I'm not supposed to cheer on anybody in the booth. Battle for position here. Quisenberry to the inside of the 72 of Sheets. As we have 15 laps to go. As Bergani's still leading out there, 4.5 seconds over Frost. And when the stops get all completed, it will go to Dylan Reed, who will be in the lead. And it looks like he's going to have a good 3 or 4 seconds on the field. to 72. Gets a pretty good run here on the 52. A wrap to the inside he goes. See if he can get a little side draft. Nearly 194 miles an hour into turn one. As I mentioned, that bottom part of the track is actually less banked than the middle part. That's why you see them kind of fight the wheel. Now 3 wide as here comes Quisenberry. These guys don't want to decide it right now. It has been 26 laps since Bergani, Frost, and Darner all came to pit road. And then right behind him, this is going to be your leader when they come to pit road. It's going to be Dylan Reed, who has about 1.5 seconds over Ira Kohlhaas, who is losing the second position right now to these two cars, Adam Brady and Cameron Hearn. They are trying to chase down the 39 car, which could be eventually for the win of this race. Of course, the 13 of them are looking for a caution potentially. We ride with Cameron down the front straightaway. You see the leader right up ahead, or the eventual leader right up ahead. And Leonard Frost bringing the 11 to pit road. The Money Lion Ford Mustang. As we have 10 laps to go. And looks like fuel only for him as Harold Darner comes to pit road. Harold got to get tires and fuel, it looks like. So Bergani still the last one to come to pit road, and here he comes. That Lamborghini's getting some kind of fuel mileage. So as those guys come to pit road, this is going to be the lead battle now. Worked their way down to turn 3 of this 2-mile D-shaped oval built back in the 1960s. Course hosted IndyCar racing. Courses hosted NASCAR racing, ARCA, and so much more. Right out in the middle of the state of Michigan, right off of Highway 12. this battle here now shaping up. This is the fourth spot. Ivor Kohlhaas under attack as Landon Quisenberry to the inside. Had a great conversation with Landon actually Sunday night after the broadcast of the Cup Series race from Dover. Him and I had a nice, probably 20-minute conversation with each other, and a young man that wants to do what I'm doing, wants to be a broadcaster, and well, the difference is he's still a young cat, still got plenty of chances in life to get up there. Not saying I don't, but want to do everything I can to help him succeed. So I have a feeling you're going to hear Landon up here in the booth with me at times later on here in the season. A pretty sharp and bright young man, knows his racing and stuff. So looking forward to try to helping him succeed and maybe attain the goals that he would like to get in life. However I can do it. 6 laps to go as Dylan Reed still holding off Cameron Hearn. Can Blippy do anything with the 39? Michigan home with some of the wildest finishes in racing history. Of course, you think back to the 91 race, Davey Allison and a young Dale Jarrett. Dale, of course, would outrun Davey to the finish to win his first career Cup race, driving for the Wood brothers. 2001, the Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon race, where Gordon was able to hold off Rudd by inches to win that race. You got the, I believe it was 99, the year Dale Jarrett actually spun on lap number 11 of the race and come back and won that race. Hearn going to dive her all the way to the bottom. Reed going to protect. 4 laps to go. Chris Evans joining us this evening. Appreciate you, sir. As Hearn doing everything he can with this 39 car as they come off turn 4. Hearn doing everything he can. That's air's definitely playing a role, and you know Dylan is definitely driving his car really hard right now. They have about a 5-lap separation on tires as Cameron drops it down to the bottom. Not able to get the run with the draft as he's there on the bumper. As we talked about a little bit ago, catching's one thing, passing's another. Oh, good run for Hearn here as he's going to get to the bottom maybe. See if Reed protects. 2 to go. Brady has fallen off 2.5 seconds. Look at Dylan trying to hold off Cameron. To the inside he goes. As he pushes him down to the bottom, he gives him plenty of room. As Cameron Hearn is going to take the lead as they come to the final lap. As Cameron Hearn looks to go 2 for 2 on the season. Final lap from the Irish Hills. Reed getting a little loose. Both of them get a little loose as a matter of fact here. But Reed trying to march one final comeback here. As they march their way through turns 3 and 4. He started off the season with a win at Nashville, and today He's going to hold off Dylan Reed. 2 straight wins to start the season for Cameron Hearn at Michigan. Brady's going to come by third. Brandon Sheets and Landon Quisenberry, your top 5. As Hearn has scored the win in the Gridfinder Michigan 130, I guess we'll call it. A Toyota 1-2 as they stop here at the start-finish line. Going to do a little group photo here and then likely see some burnouts here on the grid as we take a look at the final results. As Hearn wins this thing, Dylan Reed second, Adam Brady, Brandon Sheets, and Landon Quisenberry your top 5. Ira Kohlhaas finishing 6th, Jason Dalton 7th, Joseph Murata 8th, and then Joe Owen 9th, Johnny Rapp finishing in the top 10. 11th through 20th, Brandon Thornhill, Mark Brenkamp, Sam Fontaine finishing 13th tonight. Chris Hahn, Andy Bragane, comes back to 15th. Anthony McInturff finishing 16th. David Dunwoody 17th. Harold Darner gets an 18th place finish. 19th, Anthony Giuliano. And Robbie Buckner there in the 20th position. 21st goes to Dale Lee. 22nd, Dan Worley. Leonard Frost, 23rd. Keith Bouchard, 24th. Jimmy Weaver, 25th. Brandon Ayers, unfortunately, off the track in 26th. And I believe race control obviously was race control, but Jeremy Moore finishing dead last on the grid, which saw some fantastic racing here this evening. And we're going to step away for a quick second, and we will get the drivers all lined up here, and we'll have a word with the winner, Cameron Hearn. 2nd win of the season in 2 starts as you're watching the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Back we are here at the virtual Michigan Speedway. Cameron Hearn has wrapped up his 2nd win in 2 races on the season. And I want to mention Wilder Graphics, of course, providing the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side with Wilder Graphics. Of course, they are the presenting sponsor of tomorrow night's Cup Series that you'll see here live on the Captain Esports Network. At 8:15 Eastern Time, we'll have the race in the green flag with some heat racing coming up at 8:30. And for those who did not get to see the beginning of the race here, like myself, because I was not here to stream the beginning of the race, and I apologize for that, we will get the replay of the race for you, and I will gladly do the first 20 laps or so of the race as we missed here, so you'll have the race in its entirety in our playlist to check out in the future. So again, apologize for all of that. But right now, let's go down to victory lane here, and actually we'll talk to our third place driver here on the podium, as all three drivers are sitting here in victory lane waiting on me. We'll talk with third place first, which was Adam Brady. And let's get the driver of the 77 up here, the pole sitter tonight, backing up that speed in qualifying tonight. Put a cap on it, pole award winner Adam, and also going to a third place finish here tonight. What was the difference and what did you need to compete for the win this evening?
I would say talent. Those guys that finished ahead of me, they ran a great race. That's all I needed was a little bit more speed and talent. But congratulations to those guys, and shout out to the guys over at Wilder Graphics Racing and Anthony for putting this league on. My smoking hot wife for putting up with me doing all this.
Nothing wrong with that. You always got to get the wife in there. So great job on that. But talk about the racing out there. Obviously, it was pretty wild there. It seemed tough to pass out there as the track just kept getting slicker and slicker. The tires definitely played a pretty big role out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was definitely an interesting race based on that, and there was strategy involved to get us to where we're at. And it was really interesting to see how that played out, so it was really cool.
Well, still a great job here this evening, winning the pole and going out there and running pretty well tonight. Third place run for you, good points night, and you get your chance to send shout-out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, Chris, I appreciate it. You do a great job, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate your time, man. Great job, and see you tomorrow night. How's that?
Yep, see you, man.
Absolutely. Adam Brady, the third place finisher this evening here tonight at the Virtual Michigan Speedway. Let's talk to Dylan Reed, who definitely had one of the faster cars tonight. Dylan, anything different you could have done those last couple laps to hold off Cameron?
Not get an EOL after the lap 25 caution.
Yeah, that definitely hurt a little bit.
That would have done it for me.
Yeah, that definitely hurt a little bit.
But actually racing though, no. I mean, he had 7 lap fresher tires. I was just hanging on for dear life. I was trying to save him the best I could that whole run. There wasn't any moment where I felt like I burned him off. It was just, if it ended 2 laps shorter, I would have won it.
How tough was it knowing that you had to kind of change your strategy up because you short pitted there on that last pit stop, and it allowed you to get that track position you needed to get the lead, but then obviously put you at this disadvantage on the tires?
Yeah, that was the whole plan, was that I was hoping that I could trade my 12th place running order or trade some tires and get a better position, which it worked out, just like into that EOL hit, and that dropped me all the way to the back. So I just knew that from that on out, I just had to race as hard as I could that first stint that we had and try to short pit, get some fresher tires, and then try to really save.
Well, fantastic job here, Dylan. It was fun watching you come through the field there and work your strategy out there, and then if it was a 63-lap race, you'd be going to victory lane right now, but unfortunately it wasn't. But still a great points night for you, too. And shout out to whoever you like to.
I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this, obviously, and for the whole Lite Speed Racing League for putting this on. And for my teammates, we always practice. We get some good work in, try to make each other faster.
Absolutely. Sorry.
And that's about it.
No, I was going to say I do appreciate the little Evernham 9 on there as somebody who got to cheer on the Evernham boys back in the early 2000s. Being a Bell Aid fan, it's kind of cool to see the 9 with the E on the end there. So I got to give you credit for that also.
I love it. It's on all my schemes.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome to see. Good job, Dylan, tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Dylan Reed finishing in the second position this evening, and I think this is going to be something we get to see a lot here in the future. Something we saw last week at Nashville and something we see again tonight, and that's me talking to Cameron Hearn in Victory Lane. Cameron, you bring the cartoon character back, Mr. Blippi, in Victory Lane again. I'm sure the son is happy, and I'm sure Dad is happy too as you get your second win in 2 races. And not to mention a pretty tough fight there. Did you have a little bit of concern that you might not get Dylan? Uh-oh, might have lost Cameron here for a second, but we'll check back here in a minute. But Cameron, of course, goes out here, makes a pass with 2 laps to go on the 39 car, and is able to go to victory lane here for the second time in 2 races here in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. And, of course, we'll see if we got Cameron here. You got a copy, bud? He might have run away. Who knows? But we'll hang out here for a few minutes. But a great race it was. Of course, you got to see the one caution we had here when we started the broadcast. We got on the air about lap number 20 and then went from there. And, of course, a great fight. Great pitch strategy and all from a lot of cars. Dylan Reed looked like might be the one going to victory lane, and Cameron was able to get by and score the win in the race for a second win of the season and go from there. So Cameron going to be the only winner in the series, and we'll get an EOL for a second straight race at the end of the first, if you want to call it the stage or the competition caution, they like to call it here in the series. Cameron, are you there yet? All right.
Hey, Chris, it's Anthony. Cameron had some issues with his Oculus tonight, so can only hear out of one ear and had no microphone. So he's going to be working on that tonight. But as long as the car was working, I think, as you can see, he can drive it pretty well. So Cameron's kind of driver that likes to, I call him, he's kind of like a cat with a toy. He's going to sit there and just play with whoever's in front of him until the last lap and then pass him. So, as always, great driver. Pretty cool to see it work out. Him going to the end of the field there at the first comp caution and still coming back and winning. So, heck of a wheel man. Congratulations to him. We also did a free random giveaway for an LSRL hat tonight. We have our new race control Nick randomly draw a name. Brandon Thornhill was the winner of that. So, congratulations to Brandon Thornhill getting a new LSRL hat tonight. We'll go ahead and mail that out to him tomorrow. So a lot of cool things going on here. Very exciting. Thank you guys for the broadcast, man. And just an exciting few weeks and great car count coming out for this new fall season.
Absolutely. And Anthony, I'm totally picturing the Academy Awards right now where a guy's not there. I'm going to accept this award for him. I want to thank all. I'm just picturing.
Listen, I'll take an award. I'll take a win from Cameron any day of the week because if I could run half as good as that, I'd be in decent shape. But Cameron lives in 35, 40 minutes from me, and I've had him come sit in my rig, and he drives my rig better than I do. I can't figure it out. So just a hell of a wheel man. So glad I'm in the league. It's a great addition, great person to be around. So waiting for his brother Aaron to get back and run with us too.
That'll be a lot of fun, man. Well, Anthony, we appreciate your time, and we'll go from there and on to tomorrow night. The next-gen cars on track with the Wilder Graphics Cup Series after a fantastic race at Dover last week, and now you guys are on the big track, and I'm kind of got an open book tomorrow night because it's like I have not seen the next-gen cars on a bigger track like this yet, so I'm not sure what we're going to see with the horsepower and stuff in that car, so we're looking forward to seeing that tomorrow night.
Yeah, it should be fun. We don't know what we're getting into either. So one way or the other, it's going to be fun, good, bad, or indifferent. So we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes the less you more, the better in this case. But we'll go on from there. We'll appreciate everybody from, of course, the Gridfinder for allowing the Captain Esports Network for broadcasting, of course, with the LSRL. And we'll be back with them tomorrow night here for the Wilder Graphics Cup Series, but tonight, of course, the Xfinity Series won again by Cameron Hearn. Big shout out to all the sponsors and everybody for being a part of the league and allowing me to be a part of the broadcast. As I mentioned, I am going to get the first part of the broadcast up on me. That unfortunately that all took place tonight, and I know things happened and so on and so forth, but that's just how I am. I'm all about taking care of my people and stuff like that, so we're going to get the broadcast updated and stuff here. The first 20 laps of that race we'll show for you likely tomorrow before the next-gen race. I'll put it all together and make it all happen and let you guys see the race in its entirety maybe tomorrow before we air live the Cup Series race. So it should be a lot of fun. But big thanks to the Gridfinder for sponsoring, of course, the series. And again, thanks to LSRL for allowing Captain Esports Network for being a part of the broadcast. So congratulations to Cameron Hearn on the win, and a shout out to all the viewers for watching this evening. And remember, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!